The following program is brought to you by Johnny's Radiator and More. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. We are more than a radiator shop. Come see what the more is all about. Brakes, alignments, suspension, shocks, struts, tires, lift kits, radiator, AC repair, oil change, water pumps, fuel pumps, and more. Don't forget, Johnny's has a full line of AC parts in stock for all heavy-duty makes and models, logging, farming, construction, and heavy-duty trucks. AC parts specialist with over 35 years experience. Call 870-226-5000 to get an estimate or make an appointment today.
Coach Hembree, congrats on the win last week on homecoming night against Dumas. Can you just share with us generally some of your overall thoughts on the game?
Thought defensively we played, extremely well. I think gave up a total like 70 yards the whole night and really kept us in it in the first half. Offensively they came out in defense we wasn't ready for, that we wasn't prepared for, and we struggled. Getting open, we struggled. Just with our concepts on offense, we struggled running the football, and they held us to really 6 points on offense in the first half, but it wasn't much of what they were doing. It was just, it was what they were doing defensively. They just did something that we had not prepared for, and the first time this year we had seen it where they played two-man and kind of widened everybody out, and their D-line was really good, and they were slanting and moving, and moving away from the back. And so at halftime, we adjusted, and we went in and really put some, settled them down and said, hey, look, they're playing two-man. This is the routes we need to run, and this is the run game we need to run, and just showed it to them on the board, and we ended up scoring 34 points in 10 minutes, and it was just a deal. Really couldn't get it done in the first half because they were all playing defense too, and we was playing really good on defense, so you hated to take them off there to try to explain to them what they were doing. But when we got to halftime, I thought our kids settled down and really came out in the third quarter and understood what they were doing and put a lot of points up.
I was going to ask you about that first half out of your defense, just holding Dumas scoreless, keeping you in the ball game at that point, really. And any standouts on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, we had a bunch. I thought our whole D-line played really well. We had 5 or 6 sacks. All of our linebackers. Tillman got an interception return. DeAndre got an interception, and I just thought they all played well. They all played team defense. They fitted well. They got after the passer. I thought we took chances, and a couple of them we were able to make plays, and a couple of them we wasn't. They had one big play there in the second half where we went for the interception and they got it. But we want our guys to be able to take chances, and the effort of getting them down after that, and really they didn't give up a score. The only score came on a kickoff return that we need to fix, but. Other than that, I was really pleased with our defense, and especially coming out after last week of Crossett hitting so many big plays on us, and then last week not giving up any.
Yeah, in that third quarter, of course, went up 15-0, and then Dumas does have the kickoff return for a touchdown. How big was it for your team not to get rattled? The offense comes right back out and scores. Yeah,
it felt really good going out in the second half. I knew, the whole first half when our kids understood what they were doing defensively, that we were going to be fine. They were very athletic. Dumas was very athletic. We've been seeing either man or zone. We've not seen the mixture. They were playing two-man, which means they played man on all 4 of our receivers, and then their safeties were picking a guy on each side to play man on, and they were mixing it up really well. So, it's called two-man, and it's really a 7-on-7 defense, and we haven't seen it since, really the summer back at SAU. So Jackson was not really familiar with it. Usually don't see that on Friday nights, honestly. It's something that you see a lot during the summer, but it's been a long time since we've seen it. So I kind of knew that when we got in at halftime and just settled them down that we were going to put our points up in a hurry, just because it's hard to play two-man on Friday nights. You can get away with it during the summer, but on Friday nights it's really hard. And you could tell in the third quarter, we were able to go down and score really, really quick. It was just a matter of our kids understanding what they were doing, offensive line-wise and receiver-wise and quarterback-wise, and just go out and execute.
Big road trip this week to DeWitt. What do you expect out of the Dragons?
Man, it's going to be a tough football game. They're 7-0 for the first time, I think, in school history, and they got a really, really good football team. They're young. They got a running back and that is really tough and hard runner and hard. They're all are. They play extremely hard and they get after you and they their sophomore class is really good. They scored 60 points on us last year in junior high and we never really slowed them down and we got to go over there. I think the atmosphere there. I mean, they're going to be excited. This is the first time really they've had a chance to win a conference championship this late in the year, and so I think that they're going to be excited, and they should be. They got a really good football team, and they're physical up front, and they do. And Coach Cody is always, no matter where he's been, he's always did a really good job of getting his team to play hard, and he schemes people up really good. Gives you a lot of different formations, and then defensively they get after it. They've been a bare front team who plays man, and then they changed up last week against CrossFit and kind of dropped a little bit. And so now, you look at it, we don't know what we're going to get, so we had to prepare for a lot of different things. And our guys we've had 2 really good days. So I think it'll be the first time we played on grass. Special teams is going to be huge. They kick onside kicks probably 75 to 80% of the time, and it's going to be a big test for us.
Well, lastly here, Coach, Lumberjacks are undefeated as well. What do you? Only 4 weeks left in the regular season. What are you expecting? What would you like to see improved between now and the end of the season?
Man, I mean, Friday night's going to be a war. That's the number one goal right now. It's really not about the rest of the season. It's just about Friday night, and we got to go, and we can't play the same way we played at CrossFit. We can't go over there and turn the ball over 6 times. We got to be more disciplined on penalties. I thought last week we had too many holding calls, but you don't want to hurt their effort. Some of them were very questionable. I thought after watching film, and so you don't want to hurt them as far as effort wise. You want them to play hard, and you don't want them to get in their mindset. Well, hey, I don't want to do this, because sometimes they call a hold when it's not a hold, and so that's a tough situation there as a coach. So we got to limit the mental penalties is ones that I worry about, the offsides, the illegal procedures, and all that. The physical penalties are going to happen. I mean, you're going to get a holding call. You're going to get a face mask every once in a while just because you're playing hard and you're trying to get somebody down on the ground. But, we got to stop the pre-snap penalties and then, not put ourselves in 1st and 15, 2nd and 13. And then, I know our kids are going to play extremely hard, and we're going to go over there and, we've been there and done that before. I mean, we've played in big ball games before. This group has even played in big ball games. You look and at our guys, outside of Jackson, a bunch of these guys, was on the field last year against Malvern. And so we've been there and done that. So hopefully that's going to give us some confidence going over there Friday night that hey, we've been in a big ball game before, and it don't, you can't get too high or too low. You just got to go play and be consistent, and that's what we need to do.
Well, Coach, big ball game Friday night. I'm going to do a little bit of a throwback to the Greg Reap interview days. We need a big Warren crowd there, right?
Oh, no doubt, we do. They're going to have a huge crowd. They're going to have an atmosphere that's probably a lot like CrossFit had. I thought CrossFit had an unbelievable atmosphere. Told our kids all week, when we show up, people show up, and there's nothing better than beating Warren, and their fans know it, and we need our fans to come and be loud and get behind these guys. It's a huge football game.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll see you Friday night.
All right, thank you.